Victory or death!
Greetings, Starfighter. You have been recruited by the Star League to defend the frontier against Zur and the Kodan Armada. Get ready? Prepare for blastoff.
Victor of Starfighters, my name is Carlin Jones, and this is a Starfighter full movie podcast. And today we are watching Star Trek Beyond, the 2016 sci-fi movie. And today I brought along a special guest from the Boyfriend Material podcast. Hello, Gaby.
Hi. Hello.
Gaby, how are you doing today?
I am good. Today I woke up like freaking out for no reason, and I think it's because the Queen died, and I'm like, my grandma's gonna die because the Queen died. So that's how I've been today.
Oh, we're so gonna get into that during the movie.
I know it makes absolutely no sense, but like I equate the grandma with my grandma with the Queen. So I'm like, oh shit, I love her.
Right. So today's movie is Star Trek Beyond, and you picked this movie because you've never been into Star Trek?
No, I picked this movie because I'm always gonna watch it and then I don't. It's like I don't like
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say that I'm like anti sci-fi because that is absolutely incorrect. Like I think every genre, I enjoy every film genre. I just forgot about Star Trek. Like when it came out, I remember, oh, Zachary Quinto, I like him. I'll be watching this. And then I just didn't watch it. And then more stuff kept coming out, and I was like, I need to watch this other stuff that's more relevant now, and then I missed out on Star Trek. So yeah, that's what happened basically. And as a Chris Pine enthusiast, I feel shame that I forgot.
Chris Pine is pretty cool.
He is. And also, like, I need Olivia Wilde to cut him a check. Because, like, that Don't Worry Darling shit was a nightmare, and that man deserves better.
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh my god, that was a nightmare. The press conference things, like, the way he had to do all of his interviews with Harry Styles, and Harry Styles
you mean that
high as hell.
Okay.
Yeah. And he doesn't know what he's talking about. And Chris Pine is just there babysitting. Insane.
Okay.
Insane.
Yeah, I didn't know the context of what happened during that.
Oh no, I know all of the context. I've been following the Olivia Wilde, Jason Sudeikis, Harry Styles situation.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be so much for us to talk about.
Thoroughly.
Wow. Okay, so I've actually. This is going to sound weird because I'm not really into the Star Trek films, but I am very invested into the TV shows. Deep Space Nine is one of my favorite TV shows of all time, but for some reason, I've never really gravitated towards the J.J. Abrams adaptation of the TV shows.
Why? J.J. Abrams slaps. Like, his work is really good.
His work is really good if you're into his work.
Oh my god, we're gonna disagree the entire
Well,
time.
it really just depends because I remember I watched Lost and he only wrote like what, half of that first season, I think.
Yep.
And I thought like this is I can say it was a cool TV show. Like it's imaginative, it's it can get you on your feet. It can get you addicted to watching it. But I'm not too sure if I want to dedicate my time to watch this type of TV show that just throws all the twists and turns at you for no apparent reason.
Okay.
And then there was Star Wars.
I mean, people have mad beef with his Star Wars movies, but
God,
I didn't hate all of them. Like, I'm not gonna pretend that I did because I didn't.
Yeah, I'm a huge Star Wars person, so that kind of hurt me.
I'm sorry. I really enjoyed The Last Jedi. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It was such a fun movie theater experience for me that, like, I can't hate it. I understand how it's not the best. I've seen most of the Star Wars, but it was like everybody there was so excited, and like people were ooh and ah, and it was like, I don't know, it was like a movie
Right.
experience, and I like that. I appreciate that over cinema, which got me in a lot of like fights, you could say, in film school, because I went to like pretentious art school, and I am very much a basic bitch, and I was like, dude, I legitimately do not care about the symbolism. Everybody in this movie theater wanted to leave.
Mm,
Like, this is not fun. Not here for it.
yeah.
And people in the Star Wars movie they were having fun. They were invested, and I enjoyed that.
Right, right. Yeah, it's all about the experience. So you have a podcast, The Boyfriend Material.
Yes.
Please tell us about this because I actually love the
So,
concept.
so I am a very judgmental, and what my friend Emily and I do is that we watch a piece of media or pick a group of people. It can be a boy band, a girl band, cast of something. We even have an episode on NFL quarterbacks, and we decide who hypothetically we think would be the best boyfriend. Mind you, we do not know these people. It's 90% speculation, but the debates get heated. Like, massively heated for no
They do.
reason. And yeah, it's like, I don't know, you learn a lot about a person when you have to like debate Buzz versus Woody.
Mm.
And if you pick Buzz, you're not my kind of person. Like, are you joking? Woody's gonna stand by you, like, for sure.
I feel like you can't go wrong though with Buzz or
Oh,
Woody.
I feel like Buzz is a narcissist. I'll die on this hill. No, I'm sorry. Buzz is a narcissist, and he's gonna want to name the kids after him.
Well, if you say Buzz is a narcissist, Woody would have to be one as well. The way he was acting in
I
that
don't.
first movie was wild.
Okay, but like the third
Never saw the
movie,
third one.
oh my god, the third one's fire, but my favorite is the fourth one,
Never saw that
and
one either.
it's like an unpopular opinion,
Oh
but
wait,
I also the fourth one is where Bo Peep like becomes a feminist icon basically.
okay.
But apparently it's one of like Tom Hanks' favorite movies that he's ever done, and I was like, this is why you're my guy, Tom. Like, we agree.
Okay, now I remember. I have seen the third one. It is the fourth one I haven't seen.
The fourth one, a lot of people didn't see. It was the movie theater. It was me. There was an old man sobbing the entire time, and a bunch of children.
Well, it just didn't make any sense. I thought they would have just stopped after the third one. I thought it was a great ending.
I mean, I thought so too. I was terrified to watch the fourth one. Like, I was like, what are you gonna do with this? But I was blown away. I genuinely loved it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Pixar too because Pixar is also kind of I guess they're like a media I kind of grew out of touch with. I just didn't care for anything they put out anymore after a certain period of time.
I'm weird about Pixar. Like, sometimes I'm like super invested on certain projects, and others not so much for like literally no reason. Like, I know for a fact that if Turning Red would have been on the movie theater, I would have gone. But since I have to watch it at home, I didn't watch it.
Oh, that's on my list for my next podcast episode.
I really want to watch it. It looks really good. It genuinely does. But like, I don't know. It just seemed like a movie theater movie to me.
Ooh, yeah, we can get into that too because there's a lot of these freaking directors out here. If they started their careers off going like straight to streaming or straight to DVD, they would not make it. Yeah. So Starfighters, we're gonna get started with this movie. If you want to watch Star Trek Beyond with us, you can watch it on Paramount Plus because obviously CBS owns it. It is,
Yes.
yeah,
As they do a lot of
right.
things.
So yeah, we are going to get started with this movie in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So, you're in film.
Yeah. Yes. I majored in film. I'm a comedy writer.
Okay. Yeah, I remember I was looking through your Instagram. I was like, "Oh yeah, she's a comedy writer." Like you love
Yeah.
SNL.
Oh, that sounds my shit for sure. I'm stressing out though with like the. I just read yesterday that Chris Red quit, and I'm like, we that was not one I was expecting would quit.
Yeah.
Like that one hurt.
I for one do not find SNL funny whatsoever.
Oh, most people, like a lot of people don't. It's a very, I don't know, like it's a very particular group of people that like enjoy it, but it's such an institution in my head. Like I don't want it to die
But you
ever.
say that, but then yet they they say that it's liked by most of America.
Is it? I don't know, but like all the people I hang out with are like professional like film people or like entertainment people, and like half of them don't like it, but like wait, is it who's talking right now? Is it Chris
It sure
Pine?
is. No,
Oh
those
my
blue
god.
eyes anywhere.
I love him.
Yeah, but I think SNL's never. I think it's lasted for so long, and it's been in that
Hmm.
kind of light for so long, mostly because it never had any competition.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
And
But
and
like
whenever it did
I
have
have
competition, they quickly got rid of it through other means,
okay. T.
like the Richard Pryor show.
Okay, this is true. I do have like massive respect for the craftsmanship that like how like the wigs, the costumes, like the quick changes. I love that. I love the live aspect. Now that I moved to New
Hmm.
York, I will be standing outside trying to get in. Chris Pine should wear yellow more. It looks really good on him.
Have you ever? Did you ever see this movie called Blind Dating with Chris Pine?
Oh, where he's blind
Yes,
for sure. Of
yes.
course, I watched
That
it.
was
Of course,
that
I watched
romantic
it.
comedy slaps.
I love rom coms. Rom coms are my like one of my top three favorite genres. That's not one of my favorite movies, but like I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was a really funny idea.
What's your what's your favorite rom com? It doesn't have to be like your number one, but one of your favorites.
Oh my god, I love. I think Set It Up on Netflix is really good.
Standing what?
No, Set It
Set
Up.
it up. I've never heard of that.
Yes, it pretty much flew under the radar as a lot of rom coms do, but it was really funny. Pete Davidson's in it, which is like really random.
It probably flew under the radar because it's a Netflix film. I think Netflix is absolute trash,
Netflix is struggling at the moment. I feel bad for
and
them.
it's because it's trash.
I want to know what's going to happen after Stranger Things ends.
I can tell you what's gonna happen.
Once
They're gonna start putting ads
once that
on.
shows once that show's over, I don't know what they're gonna do. Like genuinely, that show's the one show right now that has people by their necks, and that's it.
I think they got like a tiny bit of buzz off these reality shows they're making, but they're not
I mean,
like. I mean, any streaming service can do that.
see, I don't know. I'm a big reality show
Hmm.
person, and the Netflix reality shows don't hit the same. Like I would say, like Love Is Blind, that slaps for
That's
sure
hilarious.
because people are insane, like actually insane. But like Too Hot to Handle, boring. Data and Related looks boring. Indian Matchmaker, promising. I'll keep watching. Wait, Chris Pine has a baby daughter on this?
I don't think so, or maybe I don't
There was
know.
a photo of a baby daughter in his
So do
computer, or a baby
so do
girl.
you know like the overall premise of Star Trek?
Absolutely not. No clue.
Okay,
I just know like it's not Star
okay.
Wars. And people get really offended when you like say it's Star Wars.
They are two different things.
I do know they had the first black actress play a leading rule on
Oh,
TV.
okay. Here's the thing you should know about. I guess they're called Trekkies or just Star Trek fans. We don't
Yeah.
talk about Star Trek Discovery because that show is awful.
Oh, they don't?
It's freaking horrible. It's absolutely
I didn't
horrible.
know that.
CBS, like Paramount Plus, they only have that show continuing because they just don't have anything original that they've created.
Damn. Okay. But it was like all important and shit. Like Whoopi Goldberg mentioned it on a
No,
acceptance speech,
no,
I
that show's
think.
trash. That show is absolute trash. It's literally
So
the opposite of what Star Trek is.
I'm so sorry to Whoopi Goldberg. Who plays that girl here? Is she here? Is it Zoe Saldana?
No, that's like a completely different character. Yeah, Star
Okay.
Trek Discovery is like a prequel within a prequel. It's weird. It's stupid. It's complicated.
Did the Trekkies like this movie?
I think well these J.J. Abrams movies were well received, but
I remember that, but I don't know anything about the Trekkies. Like, did they like it?
I believe so. But again, me being a huge Star Trek fan, I never wanted to watch this or these movies, mostly because whenever I'm into a franchise that has been around for like at least 3 or more generations, I normally
Mhm.
like to just stick to stories that are within my generation.
Okay, how do you feel about the new Adams Family?
Um, wow, that has been around for a while.
Yeah, but like, yeah, it's been around for a while, but like, I enjoy every single. Like, I remember the. I mean, I was not alive, obviously, but Nick at Night was a thing.
Hmm.
I don't know what was the name in Latin America. It was called Nick at
Yeah,
Night, and it was the 10:30 p.m. show, and I was supposed to go to bed. No, it was a 10:30 p.m. show, and then 10:30 was my bedtime. But my mom would let me watch the first part until like the first commercial break, and then on the weekends I would watch The Addams Family because it was my favorite show.
Adam's Family on Nick and Night. I don't remember that.
I mean, maybe it was not on American Nick at
Oh,
Night,
okay.
but it was on Latin American Nick at Night, and I remember like just thinking that the monsters were so lame. Like, why are they trying?
Yeah, it just they had a budget back then, but
It was bad. But I love the Adams, and I can't wait to see Wednesday. I love I love early Tim Burton work.
really, yeah, I think Adam's Family. I haven't really seen the newer movies. I'm sure they're.
What, the Christina
Yeah,
Ricci?
well, that's what I was gonna say. I'm sure the newer ones are good, but nothing will hit the same as watching as Christina Ricci.
No, Christina Ricci are the new. I mean, oh, you mean the animated ones? They're good. They're but like
No,
the.
I mean like the original, like the movies from like the '90s.
Oh no, I was thinking the black and white
Well,
show.
yeah, I was thinking that too, but like from every generation, I'm sure it's good, but nothing
Mhm.
will affect me more than the movies because I grew up
Okay.
with Richie on my TV screen, where her on Adam's Family and her and Casper.
Yeah. I mean, my Casper was Hilary Duff,
Oh my
but I
god!
get it.
Oh my. Okay, I had the biggest crush on when Hilary Duff played Casper meets Wendy.
I mean, as you should. It's Hilary Duff. When so I never watched How I Met Your Mother because I am the worst. I Sitcoms are my one true passion, and like I am very annoying watching them. I'll watch them and stop the episode and go back and look at the joke and look at the delivery and like, oh, look at that green Asian baby. Um,
Wait, how do you know it's Asian?
he looked Asian, is he
You look
not?
green.
I thought he looked Asian, but like green. Maybe there's green Asians in. I don't know, dude. Like once I moved to this country, I realized that everything's offensive here, and I'm like literally
No, no,
terrified
I was
of
just joking. When
speaking.
did you come to
No,
America?
5. I was born in America because it's a continent,
Okay.
but I came to the U.S. 5 years ago. 5 years ago, yeah.
Okay. From where?
From Panama,
Panama.
Central America. It's a thing.
Of course, that's a
We
thing.
exist. No, like you'd be shocked the amount of people don't know. It's a thing. Wait, Zoe Saldana's gonna get with Zachary Quinto and not Chris Pine? What's up with this? It's wrong. No.
There's a lot I can say about
I
this.
knew it. I knew it. There's no way in hell. Like, I do love Mr. Zachary Quinto, but he looks awful here.
So this is what I meant by sticking with my generation of things. If a franchise has been existing for so long, the original.
Ooh, I know his name. He's Spock. That's his name, right?
Spock.
Okay, and what's Chris Pine's name?
Kirk.
Okay, and do the colors mean anything?
Yes, they do. All right, I'm going to give you a whole rundown of Star Trek.
Wait, hold up. There's gays on this movie? I loved it. And were people pissed off about the gays?
I don't know. This came out in like 2013, so maybe they're like...
No, it was 2016. I just
that's right.
up.
2016.
It's your podcast, dude. Pay attention.
Yeah. I don't know how they felt about it, but I mean, it's nice to see, especially if it's something so small.
I love it. Yeah. But like, people have insane opinions about like random gay moments in movies to a point. He's the guy, he's the OG one, right?
Yeah, Spock.
Look at me knowing about Star Trek.
Yeah. But like I was saying, the 1960s TV show that started it all was about Spock and Captain James T. Kirk.
Oh, was it gay?
No. Well, I don't think so.
Gay.
Maybe, I don't know. But
I will ask, I don't know if you have gay Starfighters. Gay Starfighters, please let me know if it had gay undertones, because I'm sure it did.
I mean, Star Trek in itself does. It's 100% does. One of the most beloved characters, Garrus from Deep Space Nine, one of my favorite Star Trek show, is a gay character on there.
Is he like C-3PO or like fully gay?
No, he's gay. Like he makes a friendship with another beloved character.
Okay.
And then by the end of it, throughout 170 episodes, he was regretting not telling him how he felt about him.
Aww. But do you agree with my hypothesis that C-3PO is a homosexual?
No,
for sure.
There's no way.
No? C-3PO is super gay.
How
is he not gay? Have you seen him?
Yes, he's a robot.
A stereotype. he's a gay robot.
There's no such thing as a gay robot.
Yes,
unless you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen Lex,
gay.
But there's gay robots in that, definitely.
No, I have not. But C-3PO is a gay robot. Just the way he talks, the way he acts, he reminds me of so many of my gay friends. He's a homosexual. I will die on this hill.
No, I can't say that. Especially if C-3PO hasn't
made
any advances.
That's homophobic.
No.
Why would he? He's a robot.
But he hasn't made any advances on any male characters or male robots.
He's a gentleman, and C-3PO. He wouldn't. He would repress his feelings.
If anything, C-3PO identifies with not having a sexuality.
Okay, fine. He may be asexual, but he's a gay aromantic or whatever. I don't know. He likes boy robots, I'm sure. Has Chris Pine ever played a gay character? I think he should. It'd be great.
I'm trying to think of all the characters he's played.
What's your favorite Chris Pine character? And it better be Princess Diaries. I don't know.
Oh, he was in Princess Diaries too.
It's the most, like, I cannot tell you. That changed the women of my generation. That Princess Diaries 2, Chris Pine, holy shit. That was all. Like, no. I still, no, it was great. It was great when they fight.
Let me look up his catalog, because Chris Pine is an actor, but he's like an actor who's like good. Like, I like him, but I'm not. I normally don't go out of my way to watch him.
I mean, same, but he it's just the Princess Diaries. Like Princess Diaries 2, that is the one movie, that and Bride Wars, that I remember. I love Anne Hathaway. That I remember like finishing the DVD and putting it back in and starting from the beginning. And no, if you haven't seen Princess Diaries 2 with Chris Pine, you need to watch it. It's incredible.
Yeah, I do like that one. I'm just gonna say Blind Dating.
Okay, Blind Dating is a good movie.
Yeah. He hasn't really done anything that's like, whoa, you gotta see this. But
I mean, don't worry, darling. I will be watching. Because I'm invested.
You're invested because of the publicity that's happening with it.
No, yes, I'm invested because of the publicity, but I've been invested in this script for years because I really liked Olivia Wilde's directorial debut, but she's kind of being a messy bitch right now, and I'm on Jason Sudeikis' side. So it's one, Ted Lasso. Two, it's Jason Sudeikis. Like, how dare you? And as much as I love Harry Styles, like every person on earth, you don't. He's not, no, bestie. Like he's not gonna drop his rockstar life to take care of your children. Why would you leave Jason Sudeikis? Like, are you joking? That is a daddy of daddies. Like,
the daddies of daddies.
It's Jason Sudeikis and Steve Carell, and I will fight anyone. Ty Burrell too.
Steve
but
Carell.
I love Steve Carell. I've been in love with Steve Carell even when he had thinning hair on The Office.
Okay. Give me your top 3 actors that you would like biggest crush on.
Okay, I'm ready for this question.
And I'll give you mine after.
Like, because like no, it's different. Like, I can tell you, like, because like there's some that I'm like, okay, this is the most handsome man alive, but that's not my biggest crush. It's just objectively, you're the most handsome man alive. Like, I'm sorry. And those would be John Hamm.
That's a safe answer.
No, I apparently it's not. Like, I've had hella discussions over it. Michael Fassbender.
Well, who's that again? Michael.
How fucking dare you? Michael Fassbender.
Oh, Magneto.
Yes. Hell yes. Hell yes.
Okay, I see your type now.
It's people that look like providers.
They kind of look the same. Those first 2 guys look the same.
I love Chris Evans, but that's very much basic.
Yes, very basic.
I like generic that looks like a provider, but now that I'm watching House of Dragon, I'm really getting into Matt Smith.
Who?
Matt Smith, Doctor Who.
Oh. I don't know who that is.
Are you not watching House of Dragon?
No, I'm not.
Oh my god. It's so fun just for the memes.
Oh, I bet. I mean, I went on that Game of Thrones thing. I watched it late. I thought the first 3 seasons were like, this is clearly something TV has never seen before. And for that, it is absolutely incredible. And then the rest of the seasons were just absolute dumpster fires, if you ask me.
I agree and I disagree. I do think the first 3 seasons were the best, but I don't think it started being a dumpster fire until the last 2 seasons. I think there's 6 seasons. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Or maybe.
I see this Matt Smith now. I see him. That's your number 3 pick?
I don't know. I don't like. It's always been.
He looks like a rock.
I know, but you need to see him speak and move. He's like powerful. He'll protect you. But like, okay, my first love will always be Zac Efron, even though I'm taller than him.
That should have nothing to do with it. That should have nothing to do with it.
Okay, Zac Efron, he's up there for sure.
Dude, this ship is getting fucked up.
It really is. We're talking about Zac Efron as we should. Okay, I might come up with other answers later, but my number 1 pick tends to be, I think John Hamm and Michael Fassbender are the most handsome man alive, and I'll die on this hill. Who are your picks?
Growing up, Hilary Duff was definitely the someone I watched a lot.
Okay, but are you watching her now on How I Met Your?
No, God no. There's no reason to watch her now.
Are you? No, I cannot tell you the amount of serotonin I get by watching Hilary Duff on TV. Like, the show is debatably very much mediocre, but they have me by the neck. I'll be watching. I want Hilary Duff to succeed.
Well, you know what? I just reviewed what's that show called? Only Murderers in the Building, and people say the exact same thing about that show, but they just love Selena Gomez for no apparent reason.
I saw that you didn't like it, and I got fucking pissed. Literally almost canceled.
Talk about it.
And I don't fuck with Miss Selena Gomez. I really don't. Because I have a conspiracy theory that I could have been Selena Gomez.
That's not a theory.
No, like, listen, they just wanted a fucking Hispanic, light-skinned woman to be on Disney Channel. And it could have been me. But I was in Central America, so it was Selena Gomez. Anyway, but Mr. Justin Bieber put her through the ringer, so I'm just, like, hoping she does well in life. And I think that she's going to be fine now, but, like, for a minute she was struggling. And Only Murders in the Building, I think it's a brilliant concept.
So at the end of my review, which I'd never posted yet, I said that the concept, or not necessarily the concept, but the meaning behind the show is absolutely beautiful, because it really talks about how America has this very sick obsession with true crime.
Yeah. I think it's, like, so layered and genuinely, like, it has so many moments that I'm like, this is beautiful. This is great. I really enjoy it. I think she's great on some episodes and absolutely awful in others.
She's absolutely awful on the show.
But this is her best work, I must say.
And that's not saying much.
And, yeah. I mean, I've talked to a lot of people about Selena Gomez, and people love her for no reason because they don't like her acting or her singing. I think people just are rooting for her because Justin Bieber did her so dirty that we just want to see her succeed. Like, straight up. It's kind of like, I feel bad even putting her in this list, but remember when Sandra Bullock got done dirty by, like, her awful husband? And you don't remember?
Listen, I'm not a fan of Sandra Bullock.
How are you not? Stunning woman, incredible actress, really funny. Are you serious right now? I will literally leave this podcast.
Okay, clearly you didn't see the last few episodes I posted, because I went on a Sandra Bullock binge trying to truly figure out why people love this woman so much.
I love her. I love her.
Okay. Well, here's a theory. Here's a theory that will make your blood boil then.
What?
Every film that she has done, all the success that she has is from her piggybacking off of someone else's success.
Interesting.
Every movie that she has done, you cannot say she was the best in. It was literally the other co-star, the other director,
Okay, I disagree in Miss Congeniality. She didn't carry
shit in that movie.
Oh, she did. She fucking did. I disagree in The Proposal. Are you joking? That was incredible. What? That is peak comedy.
You know what? And I watched that one as well for the podcast.
You didn't like it? You didn't like it? You didn't like The Proposal?
First off, no, I didn't like it. Second, how is that romantic whatsoever?
Because it's enemies to lovers, and girls love that shit. It's every girl's favorite.
I was praying she got deported.
How dare you? First off, Canadians never get deported. That is, like, a fact.
It would have been a win-win. She gets to go to somewhere that's, like, free healthcare.
Oh my god. Yeah, but, like, it's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, the same guy who plays the same role in every movie.
I know, but, like, okay, so I heard this, like, 2 weeks ago, and I thought it was the funniest thing. What the fuck is happening?
I've never seen a spaceship get fucked up like this before.
Yeah, I know. See, I think this is why people like Star Wars better. They have, like, better engineering, clearly. Like, none of...
Yeah, Anakin would have force pushed all these people away.
Anakin would have figured it out. Chewie would have been like, not my ship.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Okay, finish your train of thought because I have another good question for you.
What was I talking about? I
You're
forgot.
trying to convince me on why Sandra Bullock was amazing in The Proposal.
No, okay,
and why it was romantic, because that movie is not romantic by the slightest.
God. Why is it not? It's so cute. Are you joking?
How is it cute? What was the tension that this guy had to go back to his $1 million home with his $1 million family business?
Yeah, and then she's like, "That's like, oh my god, I can't even." This is literally like, I cannot, because that is a one movie that like every dude I know, they're like, yeah, I fuck with that.
Hell no, I can't name a single guy that fucks with that rom-com.
I know, like Ryan Reynolds is the one guy that like men love, like men fucking love that guy.
I used to love Ryan Reynolds until he started playing Deadpool. Okay. And I love Deadpool with all my heart.
Women's Ryan Reynolds is Florence Pugh. The girls ride hard for Florence.
Okay.
We love her. Like, that's
but why... But it's not for her acting, though.
Oh, it is for... I don't know if it's for her acting for other people, but I love her acting. I think she's fantastic. I don't fuck with Midsommar. I really don't. But I think she killed it. I love Little Women. I haven't seen... I mean... I'm not mad at her Black Widow movie. Like, her acting, the movie clearly had $3, which is very upsetting, but it's not her fault. I think she did good. And yeah, no, the girls like Florence. Also, she has like a cooking show on Instagram, and it's really funny.
Okay, I'm willing to just think people love Sandra Bullock just because she is like the Beyonce of acting.
No, that makes no sense. What do you mean? First off, I feel like that's disrespectful to both of them. The Beyonce of acting would be Meryl Streep.
That's like a different... That's not like a Beyonce of acting. Because you wouldn't say Beyonce is the queen of pop or queen of R&B.
No, but you would... Like, nobody can deny her massive talent.
Exactly. Because she is a queen of...
So is Meryl.
Meryl is a queen, but it's like you wouldn't say... You would say Meryl is like... What's a great one? You would say Meryl is like the Aretha Franklin of acting, or something of that nature. Like the Tupac of acting, in a sense.
Okay. I don't know how Tupac feels about that, but for sure.
I'm trying to find the best analogy for it.
No, because like Sandra Bullock is a good actress, but she's not Meryl.
You cannot say anyone is a good actress if they play the same role every time.
You hated The Blind Side, I'm gathering from this.
The Blind Side? Are you serious?
I knew it. I loved it. I fucking loved it. But of course,
in the words of Paul Mooney, I hate that movie. I wish he would have sat on her.
Jesus Christ. That poor man. I think she's great. And I think it's really funny. What the fuck is happening in my neighborhood? New York is just as whack as like people make it seem on TV shows.
There's a lot of action in this movie.
Yeah, like
there was a few like dialogue conversations in like the first 14, 15 minutes or so, and then it's just all action.
See, this is a movie theater movie.
Definitely.
That's upsetting. I was wondering, like, am I gonna like? Cause I fuck with Top Gun Maverick heavy. Like, I watched it twice in the movie theater, but I don't know if I'm gonna like it. Oh my god! I don't know if I'm gonna like it. Like, if I watch it at home,
you probably won't. Most movie theater movies are like that. It's the same thing about most of Sandra Bullock films.
Oh wait, hold up. Miles Teller. Miles Teller's a big one for me too. I've been on Miles Teller train.
Who's that? Is that the actor we just saw?
Oh my god, Miles Teller. He's on Whiplash. He's on Top Gun Maverick.
Oh no, no, not that
I am
guy.
a whole for Miles Teller. You heard it here first. You've heard it on my podcast. If you listen to me, I love Miles Teller.
That guy has a face I just want to punch. I can't explain it. I cannot explain it.
I cannot explain why I love him. I cannot explain why I love him. You need to finish with your crushes. You just said celebrity Hilary Duff.
Yeah, I love Hilary Duff.
Perfectly acceptable.
For the longest time, I had this person was a huge inspiration in filmmaking. It was Elliot Page, obviously back when she identified as a woman.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can literally.
They were awesome.
Yeah.
They were. Honestly, I've heard from the trans community that straight people are making it weird by saying that Elliot Page is handsome, but he is. I'm gonna leave it there. But they were also a beautiful woman.
He's literally my favorite actor of all time.
Oh, they're fantastic. Like Juno, I vividly remember also like watching it. Like the first time I watched it, I rented it from Blockbusters, watched it by myself, finished the movie, walked to my mom's room, and I was like, "Mom, you need to watch this movie," and I watched it all over again with her.
Yeah.
Juno's fucking fire.
Juno's amazing. Has an amazing trailer. Used to watch the trailer every single day. Another actress. It's tough. I don't even know if I can name a third.
Are you serious?
It's so tough.
You're literally just going like, girl next door kind of looks 12 years old. And I am like, looks like you can pay my bills.
Now I gotta really think about it. Well, maybe. No, I don't. Because a lot of them are just like attractive, but a lot of the women that I try to have crushes on, I try to like be like, what qualities can they offer me?
I fully understand that. I have I believe in like I'm a celebrity, like it's happening 1000%, and I watch movies and I'm like casting a boyfriend the entire time. Like I'll be watching a show and I'm like, yeah, no, this man is too short. I hate him.
Not the short thing.
Yeah. It's generally the other way around, dude. Guys get really uncomfy when you're tall.
I love tall women.
That's what they say.
No, I love tall
until
women.
You're taller than them.
I'm 5'8".
I'm proud of you for saying that. Good for you.
I'm 5'8.5", actually.
That means you're 5'8".
No, I'm truly 5'8.5".
Every man that tells you like their height, deduct.
That's not true. That is so not true.
Every single man that's 6 feet is 5'10". I swear to God.
No. I'm actually 5'8.5". I have no reason to lie about that because my brother and my dad are like 6 feet.
Oh my God, that's so embarrassing.
But I grew to be 5'8.5" because I'm a night owl and I hate sleeping.
Were you upset?
No. Why would I be upset?
You're 5'8".
No, my biggest filmmaking idol is Jackie Chan, and he's 5'8".
Okay, valid. Valid reasoning. I was 5'8.5" in middle school.
Oh wait, how tall are you now? 5'10". You're 5'10". That's amazing. I feel bad for you too.
I mean, I kind of love it. Like most people, like I remember not necessarily hating it in middle school and high school, but like it's such like a thing. Like people will comment on it constantly. You can't fly under the radar.
Literally.
It's now. I mean, kind of awful joke. Now I can, like, because I'm like older, I guess. But like once you're like a tall child, it's like it's always a conversation. Oh, you're so tall. I'm like, yeah, I know.
No, tall women are very much wanted in this world.
Yeah, I know. That's why I love it. It's
Okay, well
great.
then that
I
makes sense for you that you want a guy
feel
who's taller.
superior because I'm 5'10".
Yeah,
I'm
that
huge.
makes sense.
Also, I'm gonna feel fat. Like when I was watching. So remember? Oh my god, who is this blue man?
Who, the monster?
Yeah.
That's he looks like some guy I went to high school with.
I mean, don't joke with me because like my cousin's husband went to high school with Chris Evans, and I thought he was joking, and then I
Really?
looked it up, and it
My
was
my
real.
friend
Yeah.
went to high school with what's his face from Spider-Man? Andrew Garfield.
Tobey
Andrew
Maguire.
Garfield.
Andrew, no, hell, shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. No
He said
way.
he was a quiet ass dude.
I was an extra in a movie with Andrew Garfield,
Yeah.
and I said a really inappropriate joke, and he laughed really hard. And I was like 626. I was ready. I was so ready to give him my number, but then the director said action, and
That damn director.
that was my chance. Damn Gia Coppola.
Okay. Well, this is a
For
this is a
sure.
great transition because I do want to talk some film with you, like just like the
Okay.
film side, because you said you went to school for filming. So,
Yes.
what is your department?
Okay, so my degree is in directing and
Okay.
screenwriting. But I worked up when I was in LA. I did a lot of art department
Mhm.
work and a lot of like random acting because like I just ended up doing
Of
that.
course.
But of course. But I was mostly art department and writing.
Okay, art department. That's nice.
Like I pay mad attention to like art department stuff.
So, I went to like a very small school, like a little tech school
Okay.
for like, I wouldn't even say it was film per se. It was more like television broadcasting.
Okay.
Mostly taught us like how to work in a newsroom and stuff like that, which is like whatever. But I
mean,
transitioned into film because that's just what I wanted to do. So I work as a grip and electric in
okay.
Atlanta.
So okay, cool. That's a lot of like heavy lifting.
You have no idea.
But I do. But I do.
Well, art department.
I mean,
you
yeah.
guys.
Our department literally is the last person we've set. And every single time I'm shocked. It's very upsetting.
Yeah. It's literally like, I remember someone told me it estimated like we lift like 2,000 pounds a day or like or any set. And we walk 13 miles.
Lovely. But the food is trash, and that's why nobody looks like they should.
Well, you know what? That's why I stopped eating set food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
job.
Set food is just, it's nasty. It's disgusting.
Not great.
Yeah, set food. Yeah, so that's cool. Art department. And of course,
I moved to New York because apparently, so when I was a teenager, I was a teenage model. Fun
makes
fact.
sense.
And
Well, we could have guessed that, you being so tall.
yeah. Well, like doors opened for me to like do that here, and like most of my job is like honestly remote, and there's a lot of like comedy shit in New York, and I've always wanted to live here. So I was like, you know what? My lease is up. Let's do it.
Really?
So I just grabbed my cat. Her name's Fat Pussy. And we moved to New York. That's her name. We moved to New York, and we've been here for like a little over 2 weeks. It's kind of a mess still. Oh my god, Simon Pegg is like super uncomfortable.
Yeah, I loved him in his TV show Space.
He's great. He's so great.
So this is the character, this female character right here.
That one?
This makeup
Yeah.
is what got this film nominated for an Oscar.
I can see that. I was not me being like, why does she look so hot? She's an alien. Like, that's weird. Confusing me.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But yeah,
okay.
but that's interesting. LA to New York. I feel like
Yeah. Wait,
film is like
who played
within
her?
the mecca of Georgia or Atlanta, LA, and New York.
Yeah, for sure. So like, I don't like, a lot of my friends were like, what are you gonna do in New York? And now I'm like, dude, like everything HBO films here, all the procedurals film here, late night is here. Like, I'm gonna be fine.
I typically, for me personally, I always love when something big films here.
Oh yeah,
I
obviously.
love it. No, but I love it when something big films here. So I cannot wait to not work on it. So all the smaller stuff
Okay.
is open.
Oh, okay. Okay. What was the biggest that you like passed on?
I guess Walking Dead,
Was it Avengers? Walking Dead? Okay.
which is an absolute shit show.
I refuse to watch that show.
Yeah,
Never watched it. Never.
yeah, you
cared.
shouldn't. It's absolute trash TV.
It looks so dumb.
It's absolute trash TV. The video games are absolutely phenomenal.
I've heard that. Wait, is Simon Pegg in love with her? What's going on?
I don't know. I'm a little confused why she speaks English, but they could be like a translator thing on his badge or whatever.
Okay, who plays her?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look this up.
But she does look remarkable. But that could just be the makeup. Well, I've always been fascinated with that actress who plays Princess Nuala from Hellboy too, because her
Okay.
makeup was absolutely amazing.
Wait, I'm looking at Star Trek, trying to figure out. I think it's really funny that I type in Star Trek on the IMDb app and a shit ton of like things come up, and it's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, rest in peace to this actor. He was pretty good.
Winona Ryder's in this?
She is?
Yeah. She's Amanda Grayson, whoever that is.
I have a few of her movies lined up too, because she's someone I've never really been into watching.
She's a good actor, but like some of her movies that people like really hype up are not that good.
I'm willing to bet she is good because I started Stranger Things because people wanted me to watch that for my YouTube channel.
I love Stranger Things.
Really? Good. Now I can have this conversation with somebody.
I love Stranger Things. What kid are you? Who do you identify with?
Well, that's the thing. I'm on season 1, episode 7, so I'm about to get into the season finale, and at this point, I can confidently say I do not give a shit about any of these characters.
I am such a Justin. Like, it's honestly embarrassing.
I think the kids are the worst part of the show.
Oh my god!
Like the dialogue between them is absolutely cringe. It's so cringe.
You're the only person on earth with that opinion. I hope you know that.
Like it just doesn't feel natural.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I was a kid a shorter while ago than you, and you're wrong.
Oh,
that's literally how I would speak to my friends.
Okay, well, hopefully it's like a Harry Potter thing that's happening, and these kids are just like about to come of age into acting. The more the seasons go, and they get a lot better. But
yeah, the last season, she's not even a character yet. But like Sadie Sink, the ginger girl, holy shit! Like, Girly Pop needs an Oscar immediately. Hasn't even like done a movie, but like give her an Oscar. Okay, is the girl with is it Winona Kirk, the character?
I have no idea.
The white face. You're the Trekkie.
I haven't seen this movie.
No,
I've never seen it. I told you I don't care for any of the Star Trek movies. I just love the TV shows.
Who is this woman? I'm gonna Google white face.
She didn't pop up on IMDb.
I mean, she did, but like I can't find her. Like,
let's see.
What?
Star Trek Beyond, IMDb.
Black and
Watch me
white
find
girl.
her like within seconds.
Jayla, I think is her name. Jayla. Okay, who plays Jayla?
Yeah, she's literally the second
Rachel
actress
Nichols.
listed behind Zoe Saldana.
Rachel Nichols, right? Is that the one you have?
No, I have. Her name is Sophia.
What? You're not looking at the app. You're on the website. I'm on the app.
Oh, you have the IMDb app.
Of course, I have the IMDb app. It's my favorite app after TV Showtime.
So not Twitter.
Not Twitter. I really like Twitter though. Twitter's my favorite social media.
Yeah, what an interesting film. And I know we're mostly talking over it, but I feel like it's just visuals.
Yeah, I don't like movies like this. I like dialogue and character study, and
Mm-hmm.
I see none of that.
Not to say
happening.
that a movie can't be amazing with that. I think
Oh,
one of
for
the best
sure.
movies I've ever seen in my life is spring, summer, fall, winter, and spring again. And it's mostly just 2 to 3 people walking around a temple and having a dialogue with each other, and it's absolutely incredible.
I mean, what's the Jim from The Office movie where they don't speak?
Oh, The Quiet Place.
The Quiet Place. That's a
I
good
had a
movie.
friend who worked on both of those.
They're really good.
Yeah, I don't do horror movies. No.
Really? Why are you
Yes.
scared? See, I used to be really scared by horror movies.
Well, let
but-
me explain. I used to be afraid of horror movies. Now I just don't care. But I stopped being afraid of horror movies, and as a black man, this is just how my mind works.
I understand.
I
that.
realize,
That makes sense.
I realize that these horror creatures, these horror monsters, these serial killers, Chucky, all of them, they love black people. They absolutely love them to the point where they don't kill them in their movies at all. And if they happen to kill a token black person, it's just the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm sorry this had to happen to you.
It's the first one generally.
Yeah, they just get it out of the way. And they usually say they're sorry.
Yeah, like they don't want to do it. Rip it like a band-aid.
Exactly.
Like, I'm an awful human, but I am not racist. not it. I was to be terrified, and then I forced myself into watching them because I was like, "You're not about to like go to college for film and like avoid an entire genre. Like that's
you
so
100% can."
I know. So, like 8th grade me didn't think like that, and I made myself watch a bunch of horror films, and now I love them.
Oh, she's a traitor.
Like, really good one. She is. She looks like a traitor.
No, wait. Oh, that's specious. That's alien-is or whatever. Should have just shot her. All right, now you can shoot her.
Why haven't they shot her? Yeah, that sounded culty.
Yeah, this is so movie theater movie.
Yeah, no. I'm like looking at my computer screen like I don't know if I've ever seen a movie in a movie theater where I'm like, I wish I was at home watching this.
I have 100.
Which one?
Well, I love movies at the movie theaters. I think it's a great experience to watch it with a crowd and to watch it by yourself at a theater. But there are like for example, Avengers Endgame. When I first saw that, I wish I was at home watching it by myself because these people would not shut the fuck up.
Oh, okay. See, that happened to me recently. I went to see. I think 2 weeks ago. It was literally the day of my birthday. They had the $3 movie special across the country. And I am like, I'm absolutely going to a $3 movie special. And I went to see the Bodies.
Never heard of it.
And Oh, it's a horror comedy. A24. Pete Davidson's in it. It's a bunch of like emerging
Oh,
actors
I heard horror,
that
so
I have.
yeah.
I mean, I really enjoy it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was genuinely funny. Like, it was way funnier than it was scary, just how I think horror comedy should be. But the movie was a hard NC-17. Hard. Like, and I shit you not, there was a woman with a 12-year-old kid and a baby, like a 2-month-old baby in the theater. And the baby would not stop crying.
Oh,
Like, it was I couldn't believe it. And it was also a 10:30 p.m. showing. So I was like, how do I tell this woman to like leave? But then I didn't say anything, and then somebody did, and she left, and then she came back and she was like, who had something to say about me and my baby? And I really thought she was gonna hit the girl in front of me.
New York,
But she
New York.
yeah, and then me and my new roommate that I met 3 days ago at this point, are walking home, and then this woman literally lives in our neighborhood. So now we're terrified of her.
There's a lot going on right now.
Is it
No, there's not. I feel like there's a lot going on, but it's like filler.
Filler war, filler.
No, man. Yeah, but
Okay, this is the kind of movie that I watch in a plane and I'm like, nothing's happening.
well, you know what? My last guest, we watched the newest Thor movie, and she said that about
I
that.
loved
Wait,
it.
you loved that Thor movie?
I thought it was so fun. Like, I understand. Like, the criticism is hella valid, 1000%. And I do think the movie was fully fan service. I say this not being like a huge Marvel person, but I think it understood the assignment. Like, people were like hating on Taika Waititi, and I think he understood the assignment. He made this movie for the fans, who are the only people that are watching and following the Marvel Cinematic Universe at this point. So I'm not mad at it, and I'm glad Natalie Portman died. She had
As
to.
a
She was literally useless.
as a comic book fan, I can say it's absolute shit. but I do love the fact that Eternity and Infinity were on it, and that's like complete geeky type Marvel shit. I love that, and I'll probably like always rewatch that scene for that. But the entire movie is absolute like I'd rather eat sand.
I watched it recently, also like a month ago, I think. I had never seen it. Oh, wait, no, of course it's new. I think is it new? I saw it in the movie theater. I had to watch something else at home before watching it. I think I watched the second. I watched Love and Thunder first. Was that
the one that you just watched?
Okay, then Ragnarok. I watched Ragnarok at home and I thought it was fantastic. And then Love and Thunder, I thought it was fun. And I saw a lot of like love from like Marvel people everywhere.
Yeah, people love Ragnarok. I thought it was shit too.
That's hate not everything. True. What movie do you love that people hate?
I can't name one. No, I'm joking. Wait, a movie that I love that people hate? I love Jumper.
Okay, that's funny because I used to fuck with Jumper like when it came out.
That movie's fucking awesome. I don't understand the hate from it. I don't get it. Like, what more do you want?
I don't remember the ending, but I remember it bothered me.
It was Kristen Stewart. She showed up for the last 2 minutes randomly.
Oh, this could be it. I'm not a big Kristen Stewart fan.
Okay, wait. So you not being a Kristen Stewart fan is completely fine depending on which era you're talking about. Because Kristen Stewart pre-Twilight phase was fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, I agree. I remember her on like Satura and like other movies. And then,
Catch That Kid, In the Land of Women, all of that shit was fire.
Yeah, and then Twilight came out, and I was a Twilight girly, through and through. I was Team Jacob. I read all the books before there was like. I remember waiting for the last one to come out. Like I read the books before they were like a movie, and I fucking hated it. I fucking
Makes sense.
honestly like I can see how it was a bad book, but I like to remember how my English teacher literally told me like, "Oh, these are the best books ever written," and I'm like, "That's so funny that you think that because you're like a 30-year-old with a degree in literature, and I am a fucking seventh
Yeah,
grader."
it's all
So like,
fantasy. It's all fantasy.
what do you
Those
mean?
movies change the landscape of film, though.
Oh no, yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. I have a friend who has a friend that like their family randomly invested in the first
Hmm.
movie and like it blew up and they had no idea and now they're like bajillionaires. I'm like, that's so cool if you had that happen to you. Pick a random movie and have it like blow up.
Well, I feel like if people were to do that now, like a stock in a movie, like a particular movie, a lot of people would be more broke nowadays.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I'm pretty sure everyone would have bet Buzz Lightyear was going to do amazing.
I mean, I never. That's another movie that like I really thought I was gonna watch, but like I feel that when I lived in Panama, I watched more movies because it was way cheaper. And here it's so fucking expensive. It's so annoying. I need to get the AMC member card thing so I can go
Yeah,
more.
I don't really go to movie theaters anymore. Not much.
I
It breaks
love
my
them.
heart.
And the AMC Nicole Kidman ad is the greatest thing that's ever been made.
It's a Nicole Kidman app. Oh,
Ad
ad.
for AMC. Have you not
No,
seen it? You're joking that you've never seen the AMC Nicole
I
Kidman
can't even
ad.
name 2 movies Nicole Kidman has been in. Wait, that's a lie. The
How,
Golden Compass is one.
I'm like, yeah, you're fucking lying.
Golden Compass is
The
one. Cannot name another one after that.
Moulin Rouge. Um, the she was literally on Aquaman for like 3 seconds, but she's in it. She was in the Stepford Wives.
It's nothing,
She was on the
nothing
Others.
relatable for
One of
me.
the greatest horror movies ever made.
Yeah, you know what? As a Star Trek fan myself, I've never, I've never been into the James T. Kirk and Spock relationship.
Is it supposed to be like a cute
It's
romance?
supposed to be like the best friendship in all of cinema and all of TV, like at least a top 10.
Yeah, no.
And I've never cared about
Hard
it.
no.
Never.
Just from this, I want to say hard no.
Well, yeah, don't judge it off of this because they haven't even been together in this movie.
I don't know if they would. You know what's a good like cinematic friendship that's not cinematic, but like it
What?
is? The dudes from Catfish.
You mean the TV show?
Yep. The two dudes from Catfish. Neve
I,
and Max.
I
They're
can't,
homies.
I can't agree or disagree to that because I feel like whenever I do watch Catfish, and I hardly ever do, it would just be for the last 10 minutes of the show.
Oh no, so one of my new roommates is obsessed with Catfish. It's like her shit. And we've been watching a lot of Catfish and a lot of like Kitchen Nightmares. And we're all in love with Gordon Ramsay now, which I think is really funny.
Kitchen Nightmares is not the place to start though to get into Gordon Ramsay.
I know, but like I already liked Gordon
Mm,
Ramsay. He's great.
yeah,
He's
yeah, I love it
great.
too. I'm very, very into cooking and baking, and I think my next culinary adventure is gonna make a pizza from scratch.
Oh my god, I absolutely hate cooking and
You
baking,
can't
but I
cook?
love eating. I cannot cook. I am the one Hispanic woman who cannot cook or clean. It's
I feel
very
like a movie
upsetting.
should be
I
based on
know.
you.
I feel like all the movies should be based on me. But yeah, no, I'm really bad at it. I literally so like my entire diet is like salad bowls because I know how to make them. Like I hate it. I really like hate it the entire time. I'm like, I hate doing this. This is awful. I don't want to cook. Why am I hungry? Like, fuck.
Interesting.
I hate it. But I love food, which is I think Jesus made me like this, so I wouldn't be fat. Like straight up.
Well, he cares about you.
Yeah, for sure. He was like, this bitch will not be able to handle it if she's fat. She's gonna unalive herself. Let's just make her hate cooking. And I'm like, thank you, Jesus. You are correct. That is exactly what would have happened.
Yeah, I think after this movie, I'm definitely gonna look up to see what some Trekkie fans truly felt about this, because as a Star Trek fan with myself, this isn't really anything Star
Oh
Trek.
shit. Okay. Why is she looking at Chris Pratt like that? Did you
Yeah.
see that? Simon Pegg was uncomfy. Okay, tell me if you co-sign on this theory. Uh, I have a friend whose number one is Chris Pine. Like that's her number one. It's been her number one. And my
She has low
conspiracy is
standards.
that
But okay, go ahead.
oh my god, is that he looks regal. Like he's not necessarily like handsome, but he looks like he's a prince.
Wait, you say he looks real?
No,
Oh,
regal.
regal.
Like royalty.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm gonna say no, because you could say that about any A-list male actor with
No,
that kind of.
you can't say that about Adam Driver. Adam Driver
You could
doesn't
say
look
that about
regal.
John Hamm.
I don't think he looks regal. He looks like a
No.
businessman.
Yeah, well, obviously from Mad Men, but he can 100% look like.
So that's the best character ever written, and I'll die on this hill.
I think that TV show is awesome. I enjoyed it.
Fucking love that show.
I think the dialogue is some of the best that I've heard.
Oh, for sure, for sure. When he says like, "How do you like?" What's that line? And then somebody says like, "How do you sleep at night?" Or how do you think? I think about you, like whatever. And John Hamm's like, "I don't think about you." And the elevator door.
There's so many great lines. There's one that catch my eye. It was like he said, "Love doesn't exist. Love was made by guys like me who are just trying to
Need to sell socks." Yes. Love it.
My favorite quote of the show that I actually quote all the time is from Peggy, when she's like,
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
You probably don't.
Say it.
It's such a forgettable quote. She was like, "It was going great until it wasn't."
Okay, no, that I was thinking about the one where like they run out of alcohol, and it's like a crisis. I love that show. That show, like honestly, I think it's the best show ever made, probably for me. Like in my lifetime, that's the one show that I'm like, no notes. This is perfect.
I'll tell people that you should definitely watch it. It is worth a watch, but it's not like you can definitely live without it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like I understand why you would say that, but like I had never. Also, I started watching it so young. That show came out when I was in middle school.
I watched it late,
and I was like, I cannot believe how invested I am in all these characters, and I dislike most of them.
Well, I think that's the beauty of it. Everyone is so unlikable, and John Hamm's character is someone that you really want to root for, but then you're like, he keeps doing the dumbest shit.
He's a fucking asshole, and you're rooting for him the entire time. Same with Peggy. But you know what? I do fuck with John Hamm because like he's the one character that was super woke. Like if you think about it, he was like not racist, not homophobic. He didn't judge Peggy once for getting an abortion.
Right.
I remember him being like, "You're gonna be shocked by how much this didn't happen." Like he just like basically told her to gaslight herself and continue being a girl boss, and Peggy was like, "Sure," and then she did, and it was all great. And I was like, actually,
you know
fire.
What?
Good job.
You know what? You know maybe why I've always liked the show, but never really went back to watch it. It's probably because of that season finale. That was pretty weak.
That one. The one where Peggy's pregnant?
No, the very last episode.
I loved it. Oh my god, you're literally wrong. Like that is factually wrong.
Well, okay.
When he comes up
the one character when he actually started loving his wife and he started becoming a husband and a family man, I loved that. Loved his character arc. But John Hamm's character, like he's just now on some yoga retreat, and now he's like this hippie now.
No, he's not. You literally missed it.
Maybe I have.
Yeah, you did. Like he's supposed to be on this hippie retreat, and then he gets the idea for this Coke ad. So he's not. He's still the same person. He didn't change at all.
I felt like he changed. He's a hippie now.
No, No, that's the whole thing. You're supposed to think he changed, and he gets this idea of this fake "save the world, we're all together, but let's say sell Coke" ad.
But here,
So it basically tells you, "Hey, this man didn't change at all. We made you think
but
he
here's
did
the
when he
thing: they
didn't."
didn't show us him going to the office doing that ad. Whenever a TV show or a movie does not give me enough information to process what's happening, I create and make up anything for myself that will make sense for it. So he is a hippie, and he acts like he has a lobotomy to me.
Oh no, this is that. I'm right. You're wrong. That's what happened. He came up with the iconic Coke ad.
Interesting.
That's what happened.
Interesting. So what's a TV show for you that's like it's a must, everyone has to watch it?
Wait, Sel, don't. I'm thinking.
Oh.
Huh.
Dude, her head looks like a freaking
What
xenomorph.
is this? I was gonna say it looks like a hairpin, but you're a dude, so you
A
didn't think of that.
hairpin?
Like when you like girls tie their hair up with like that
Yeah.
thing, like it looks like a spider.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen one of those in like ages.
Yeah, the white girls are bringing it back.
Okay.
I think it's Haley Bieber's fault, but yeah, okay. TV show that I think is unnecessary. Okay.
There's only one right answer.
What's the right answer
The
according to you?
Wire.
The Wire? You know, I've never seen The Wire.
Well,
I am no, but like I have a meeting with Emily today for like podcast shit, and I plan on pitching The Wire because I want to watch The Wire, and I will. So Emily, if you don't want to watch The Wire, you're gonna end up sounding like a bitch because I already outed you. And I also want to watch Outlander. So I think I'm gonna cry like an idiot and get really good crying selfies out of it. So.
Outlander. Yeah, I never was into that. But yeah, The Wire is definitely a must watch for people.
Well, The Wire looks incredible. Like every single clip I've seen of The Wire, I'm like, this is perfect.
It's literally the greatest show ever created, and I can say that.
I am so sure. Like I haven't. I don't know if this happens to you. This most people think I'm insane when I say this, but there's some things that I know are so good that I almost don't want to watch them because like I'm waiting for the moment that I need it in my life.
I do that with music.
Okay, so you get it.
Yeah, but I feel. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I feel like for TVs and movies, I mean, you're better off. I feel like a TV and a movie or music will last you a lot longer than what a TV and a show can do on an average. On an average base. Some movies can last you a lifetime, but
there's nothing more disappointing than when you save something because you think it's gonna be like a fucking game changer, and then you hate it. Like I remember, like I have a list of movies that I plan on watching when I need to cry because I'm a big crier. I'm pro crying, but a lot of the times I like can't cry all my life, so I just like need. Oh my god, they kill everybody.
Ooh. Okay, what's a movie that will make you cry like instantly? I have a good one for you.
I don't fuck with Shawshank Redemption or Green Mile. I think that's fucked up. My feelings cannot handle it. Stephen King always makes me cry, like every single time. I love that man. I love him. Movie. I don't know if you've seen. This is a documentary, but like I don't think I've ever cried this much in my entire fucking life. Dear Zachary, a letter to a boy about his father. Oh my god! Do not avoid that documentary at all costs unless you need to cry.
Well, that's what documentaries are for. It's nothing but depressing informational media.
No. So like it's like I was like, this is so sad it can't be real. And the documentary work is fantastic. I was watching House of Hammer last weekend, and actually whack. The whole situation's whack, and I felt so bad because the entire time that was happening during the pandemic, do you remember?
Of what?
When Army Hammer was being called a
Who's
cannibal.
Army Hammer?
How do you not know who Army Hammer is? He's the guy on Calling Out Your Name, who's also on The Social Network.
I'm not a fan. I never cared to watch that movie. The Social Network was good. I enjoyed that.
Okay, he plays the Winklevoss twins.
Okay, I don't remember those characters.
And he looks like he looks like a Disney prince. It's honestly jarring, like how handsome he is. Like like legitimately jarring. But it turns out he like sucks and like basically like is a cannibal. And I am not going to talk about this with you because you have no idea what I'm talking about. But that documentary is whack, and I was like, this is so sad because it's a crazy story, but the documentary is so weak. But yeah, it's a crazy story. But if you don't know who he is, like, I can't believe you missed out on this. Like, the amount of YouTube videos and articles I read about Army Hammer.
What did you grow up listening to? Avril Lavigne. Okay,
of course.
I was hoping you said no, because then I want to say I can't believe you missed out on that.
Which I mean, Avril Lavigne. I mean, I was very young, but for sure.
Yeah, I had a huge crush on her.
Of course.
But a movie that made me cry
so cool.
is Babe, Pig in the City.
Oh my god, I don't fuck with Babe. Absolutely not. I will not watch that again.
It's Pig in the City. The first one is like, it's good, but that doesn't make me cry. It's the second one.
I cannot deal with any babes. Like, I don't even eat meat anymore. Yeah.
Because of Babe?
No, I mean, yes. Like, I wanted to be a vegetarian my entire life, but I grew up in Latin America, so like that's not a thing. And my parents were like, you think this is a fucking restaurant? Absolutely fucking not. If there's chicken, you're eating chicken. Like, that's what there is to eat, period. And I was like, okay, fine. And then I started getting migraines, like all the women in my family. And my mom's kind of like, she has like hippie energy. Like, she's not really a hippie, but like kind of wants to be a hippie in her head. And she'll try like any technique that's like not like real medicine, like hippie medicine. And one of the things was like a cleanse, and it was vegetarian. And then this yoga lady was like, yeah, if you don't eat meat and you follow this diet for 3 months, your migraines will be gone. And I was like, dope, I'll try it. And then she's like, and you're going to lose a bunch of weight. And I was like, dope, I will absolutely try it. And then my mom's like, you're not going to last. You're not going to last. You're not going to last. And then I became a full vegetarian just to spite her. But I originally wanted to be one as a kid. So I win.
Maybe it could just be the meat you're eating.
I mean, she gave me a whole, like, do you want to know the actual explanation?
Go for it.
Okay, so we're gonna get really woo-woo here.
Get woo.
I love that shit. I'm very pro Gwyneth. So when you eat a cow, the cow is stressed out, right?
Yeah.
It knows it's gonna get murdered.
Well, some do.
So
some do.
like,
it depends.
Okay, unless you pay for really bougie meat. The cow, regular cow, McDonald's cow. Oh my god, Swizzledana's going through it. I have no fucking clue what's happening. Literally,
what an amazing actress.
Swizzledana? Yeah. I don't have opinions on
she's one of the few actresses I can name that can play any role. And not saying that she's going to be amazing in it. She can just play any role.
Mm-hmm. I believe that. I like her on social media.
Okay. I don't follow her.
No, she's funny. I like her. When you eat the cow, it's stressed out, and that's why you have to like hit the meat to like make it more tender. And then you're consuming that stress, and that stress is what's like giving you anxiety and therefore a migraine. And I was like, yeah, that totally tracks. Of course, I'll stop eating the stressed out cow and chickens. And then yeah, and I don't fucking know if that's true. I have
it's
no
true,
clue.
But it just depends on a lot of factors. I can only
tell you, dude, it really helped me out. Like, I can't say that I don't have a migraine ever, because I literally had one like an hour ago. But the way that shit would ruin my life as a teenager, like it would be like having the best time, and then my head would like explode, and I couldn't like open my eyes from pain, and that stopped when I stopped eating meat. And I don't know if it's because of what she said or because of like the salt in like meat or whatever that people use to cook meat, or I don't know, but it made my migraines way better. So to anybody listening, try that.
Well, yeah, they can definitely try that. I mean, in theory, nobody should be eating red meat. No one should be eating dairy for what it does to the human body.
I mean, I will not quit dairy. That's ice cream. Are you crazy?
Listen, I can eat a tub of ice cream in a mere 5 minutes. That's a
Same. What's your favorite ice cream?
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
Okay, good. That's my favorite too.
No, is it?
Yep. But like depends. I like chocolate chip cookie dough and Jamocha fudge from Baskin Robbins.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on.
It depends on the brand.
Yeah, okay. It definitely depends on the brand, but definitely nothing in Baskin Robbins. That's like lower quality ice cream.
Fuck you. I love those. I like midnight chocolate cookies on Häagen-Dazs. I like the cookie butter one on Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's. I love ice cream.
Have you had Thai ice cream before?
No.
Okay. There's a really cool spot. I'm sure there's like plenty of them in New York, but there's a really cool spot in Atlanta that's like they make this Thai ice cream. They have this stove that's completely like ice frozen, and they just dump the milk in it, and it starts freezing.
Wait. Pause. Did you see that cut?
No.
That was the weirdest cut ever. Okay, you missed it.
This is a weird movie in general. But yeah, it's a stove and it's super cold, and they just pour the milk in it, and it starts freezing it. And as it's freezing, they start chopping it up to make it really soft and smooth like. And then you just tell them on the spot what toppings do you want on it. You can get like gummy bears, chocolate chips, M&M's, sprinkles, anything you want. And you can make it any flavor you want too, and it'll start putting the flavors in it, and it'll just build it up, and they'll roll it kind of like a sushi, and you just eat it.
Ooh, okay, I've had this then. I have had this.
It's so good.
I didn't think it was that good. I thought it was whatever. Maybe the place I went wasn't good. Wait, I'm looking Thai ice cream
look
near
for
me. And these are all
Thai ice cream.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll find it. Where is this? Oh no, I'm not there. It said 3-minute walk from the Lower East Side, and I'm like, I'm not there.
Okay, there's gonna be so much I have to say about this movie as a Star Trek fan. Because this isn't, to me, this isn't Star Trek.
I remember, like, I have a friend who I love that I seriously need to, like, stop, like, listening to her film taste because I fucking disagree with everything she says.
Oh, I love that.
But she's very smart, and, like, she's the kind of person that, like, whatever they say, they think it's Bibleable. And it's really funny to me. Anyway, she loves this movie, and she also convinced me that Armageddon was like the most incredible movie of all time.
Armageddon is complete shit. I watched that for the podcast.
Absolutely.
Oh my god,
it was so bad. Like I couldn't. Like I watched it, and I really needed a good cry. And I watched Armageddon, and I was like, "You're joking. Like you're actually joking. Like after young, hot Ben Affleck, like
I
what are we
guarantee
watching?"
you, she only says that because it plays a nostalgia factor.
Maybe, but like, how nostalgic? How old were we when that shit came out?
That's a 90s. That's a 90s film. And if she's a 90s baby,
like,
that's like nostalgic.
We're 95 babies. We barely made the cut. Wait, when is Armageddon movie? 1998. Okay, we were like 3 years old, 2 years old. No way. It has a 37 on Rotten Tomatoes. 37, and this bitch made me believe that it was the greatest American movie made. course, Michael
I
Bay.
think she dedicated her life to troll you about this movie.
For sure. Fun fact, Michael
Yeah.
Bay is graduated from my college.
You saw how he pushed her to get that?
Yeah.
That's like me in gym class in elementary school.
I was bad at gym class.
You
Really
can't be
bad.
bad at gym. You just
Yes, you
ran.
can. I was like picked last. I was not athletic at all.
Wait, you're
But
not
now,
athletic?
like, I force myself to be like, I'm a runner, but like, it's not because I enjoy it. I mean, I do enjoy it, but like, I gaslit myself into enjoying
You
it.
mean no coach in high school saw you as 5'10" and was like, "Yo, you
Oh,
need
no,
to."
yeah. They all did. They all were like, "Yo, you want to try out for basketball?" And then they saw me and they were like, "I take that back."
I take that back.
Every single one. I tried. Like, they looked at me and they really thought I could be that girl, but I wish it was. I really wish it was, because I think it's cool to be a sporty girl, but I hate it. I hate sports. I just wish. I hope the teams have fun. Like, I don't care. My brother is really sporty. He's really good at basketball. And
Yo.
football, but he's not tall, which is funny.
So from what we've watched thus far, what my brain has gathered from that scene, I feel like I'm like, okay, this is like the end of the film, this and that. This is like the final battle. This shit has 40 more minutes.
I know. I've been keeping tabs on this. And I'm just like, okay, so all the Chris Pine girlies were like obsessed with this movie, and the Zachary Quinto girlies, and I'm like, they've really been on screen. And they don't look cute. Like, what's going on?
I don't get it. I can't remember a movie that I've seen that I'm like, if the actress is like so hot, I'm like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Because I don't think I watch movies like that anymore.
I mean, I feel like I stopped doing that in like the 6th grade. But like, there's movies that you're like, oh yeah, for sure. Like, I get this. Like, Transformers, let's throw Michael Bay under the bus. I'm like, okay, for sure. Like,
Megan Fox was
looks
that
unreal.
was I didn't find her attractive like that.
Really?
No, I did not buy into that whole Megan Fox being like a new age Marilyn Monroe thing. She was definitely
oh no, she's not.
I mean, she was definitely she's a legendary sex symbol, if that's a thing. But
for sure,
I did not buy into that.
Like, I mean, you're also like, how old are you?
I'm 28.
Can I ask that? Okay, so you're like my age. Do you not remember how this shit was like? How she was like the hot shit?
I remember she went on an incredible run that people forgot.
Yeah, they did. And then now she's doing the Dating Machine Gun Kelly, and that's disgusting.
Yeah, and a lot of B-list movies.
Yeah, no. Nobody likes. But like, from what I've heard, Michael Bay did her dirty. And like, I believe that, honestly.
Yeah, I didn't buy into I think a lot of what Hollywood likes to push onto their actresses in terms of like people that they believe the public should fall in love with or or they think you should find them sexy, I normally go against it.
Okay, so I read this on a book, and I was like, this is so right. It was, I don't remember the title of the book, but it was a Sophie Kinsella book, and that is the brilliant mind behind Confessions of a Shopaholic.
I love that movie.
I love the movie too, but like, it's a book series. Anyway, she, on one of her books, a character said something about how like Tom Cruise is not handsome. We were just told he was from such an early age. We believed it. And I was like, you're correct.
How? He's like, an attractive looking gentleman.
He is, but like, it's not that big of a deal though.
You can
like,
say that about Chris Pine and John Hamm.
How dare you? Absolutely not. Do not bring John Hamm.
Listen. The only thing people like about John Hamm is his bone structure, his cheekbones. That's it. His jawline and his cheekbones. That's it.
I think he is stunning. Like, I think he is stunning. I don't want to meet him ever because I am gonna like.
But it can't be. You find him attractive just for his looks, like his facial
I
looks,
think
right?
he's so funny.
Like if he was 5'6", would you be saying that? Okay.
Probably. Have you seen him on interviews? He's
He is
really
funny. He
funny.
is funny. I enjoy watching him at the NHL All Star game.
I haven't seen that. I loved him on Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, which is one of my favorite shows.
I gotta watch that.
I think it's one of the funniest things Tina Fey has ever come up with. Like, genuinely.
I really like that actress who's on there, but she is crazy typecast.
Yeah. Nellie Kemper? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I kind of feel bad for her for that, but she's also a rich white woman, so
yeah, I don't feel bad for it. My uncle told me a quote the other week. He was like, "Never feel bad for anyone who can afford a yacht."
Okay, I feel like that should be on a t-shirt. That's accurate. No, she kills it as Kimmy Schmidt, and I get told that I have Kimmy Schmidt energy constantly, and I think it's both an insult and a compliment.
No, I can 100% see that, especially after listening to episodes of your podcast. I feel like if you were to have a TV show about your life, it would mostly just be about you gushing over celebrities that you wish you can have, but instead you're stuck with the dull men that you're forced to try and like throughout your school years.
Yeah, maybe. It could be. She's also kind of stupid, but she figures it out. So like, I'm not mad at it. I'm half Jane the Virgin, half Kimmy Schmidt.
Oh, I've never seen Jane the Virgin.
Oh, Jane the Virgin is fucking fantastic.
I've heard. I gotta watch this.
Like, that is a show that I was like, okay, like it has flaws and whatever for sure, because it's the CW show, and like, what can you expect of the CW? But the concept is fantastic.
Okay, I have to check it out. Yeah, this is not Star Trek.
I don't understand. Like, it's just like talking heads, and then shit explodes. And then Zoe Saldana just shows up every like 20 minutes to remind us there's a female lead.
Right, I agree with that. So let me explain to you what Star Trek is, or why Star Trek is amazing.
Why is Simon Pegg writing this? My guy, you're very talented.
Yeah, that's a big letdown too.
So I do like seeing people that I think are like incredible writers.
Well, to be fair, he co-wrote it. He co-wrote it.
Doesn't matter. It's his name. Like, when people that I really admire like fail, I'm like, see?
I always love seeing people I really admire fail. It lets me know they're human.
I mean, I don't love it, but like it gives me some peace. Like, yeah.
I absolutely love it. I thrive off of it.
There's people I don't want to see fail for sure.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I don't understand the whole love for Spock in the Trek universe. Now, granted, I will admit, I have seen every single Star Trek series except for the original, only because.
Oh, so you're a fake Trekkie?
You said what? No. Well, I don't even like calling myself a Trekkie, but I am a huge Star Trek fan. And even when I was getting ready for this podcast last night, I was playing a Star Trek game.
Okay.
But it's just that his character never. It's just
shows no emotions.
That's what Vulcans are, which is unfortunate because that doesn't really make for a exciting protagonist. But his character and his relationship with Kirk, it just never excited me.
What?
Here comes the scientific Gargan talk.
Okay, I want to know what this was nominated for, and probably it was like VFX and makeup, but like
it was just for makeup only. This is the third movie, and the second one was nominated for an Oscar due to visual effects. Nothing acting wise, nothing directing wise.
Nothing's happening. I mean, it is, but like nobody. I'm glad I didn't watch this.
Well, you know the basis of my podcast. By the end of the movie, we have to find. We'll give our review on it, and then we have to say what can we appreciate about it, because this is someone's favorite film.
Oh no, there's a lot of things to appreciate about this for sure. But I'm glad. Like, I know that if I would have gone to the movie theater with a friend, I probably would have enjoyed the experience. But like, I'm not upset. Like, I remember watching Gravity for a
Oh
class
my
in my
god,
computer
I watched that for
screen,
the podcast
and
too.
and you hated it. You hated it, didn't
Well,
you?
I watched it from my computer screen. I was like, this is
Well,
completely a movie theater movie.
yeah, I watched it. I love the movie, but I watched it from my computer screen and I read the screenplay for class and stuff. And I was like, damn, if I could have watched this in the movie theater, I know for a fact that my mind would have been blown.
Well, my friend Jacob, who's also a director, he was like, when he saw it in theaters, he was like, dude, it was like one of the best movie theater experiences he ever had. But then he watched it at home. He's like 10, 15 minutes in, he just turned it off.
No, yeah, for sure. Like, it was so weird because like I was like, story structure incredible, acting great, but like it was just such a movie theater
I'm not gonna say
movie.
the story structure was good.
I fucking love the
I
story
hate
structure.
when movies or shows try to give us a sympathetic reason to like a character without us knowing who the character really is. And in that movie, right before that astronaut died, they showed him with a picture of his wife and his daughter, trying to make him seem sympathetic. In my mind, I was just like, I don't know them. He could be cheating on his wife for
Dude,
all I
I
know.
liked him. I liked him. I would have liked him even if he was cheating on his wife. That's like not relevant. I liked him as he was a good like friend, and
We
like
don't
he
know
was
that. You don't know
fine.
that.
He looked like a cool guy. Like, I'm not mad at
Ted
him.
Bundy
Also,
looked like a handsome gentleman to most women.
no, he did not. He cast Zac Efron and people believed it. He was meaty. He was a 5 at best. I don't think I would have. I was having this conversation yesterday. I don't think I would have fallen in the Ted Bundy trap. Like, I don't think I would have.
Well, that's good to know.
I mean, he only killed brunettes, so I would have been a target for sure. But
Here's
wait, what
here's a weird
is
question, and I just not thought of it, and
what?
this is probably gonna sound really weird and awkward. But
I don't care. So
what would be the ideal guy for you to look like, and who would totally trap you into, like, if he was a serial killer?
oh,
Because for me, all throughout growing up, I've been super attracted to like rock star goth emo looking women.
I can see that. I was gonna say Andy Samberg or like Golden
Andy
Retriever.
Samberg,
Love
get
Andy
out of
Samberg.
here.
I swear to God, I love him. Golden Retriever energy, my favorite
I
thing
feel like
ever.
Andy Samberg, I feel like he's hilarious when he's in other people's stuff, but never his own stuff.
Oh my God, I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And like Hot Rod was my everything growing
No,
up.
I loved him in Human Giant. I loved him when he was
Okay.
just in, uh,
Chip and
yeah,
Dale. Chip and Dale was fire.
but just like his own stuff, and then like his own stuff he's written for SNL. I did not find it funny.
I love him. Like, I love the Golden Retriever energy, like 1,000%. Because I'm stressing out 24/7, and I just like people that are just happy to be there.
Mm.
Like, that's cool. I trust you.
Mm.
Okay, not all these people wearing like normal
No,
clothing.
it's not. Okay, so let me explain to you what Star Trek is in its essence, because it's not this.
Please.
Star Trek, in as a whole, is about society becoming to what it should be, right? Like
Okay.
no terrorism, no drugs, no hate, people living in
Okay.
harmony and trying to understand people's culture for the better.
Okay.
So the stories of Star Trek, no matter which season you go on, whether if it's with James Kirk, which is the original, if it's Enterprise with Picard, D Space Nine with Captain Sisko, and then so on and so forth. The basis of it is them trying to understand a culture, a species, and trying to relate to them what they're going through and how that relates to themselves and how to have a common ground with them whenever dealing with politics or whatever. And there's been
Okay.
beautiful emotional episodes, emotional seasons about that kind of stuff. And it's not, honestly, it's not really about the science talk, the scientific jargon, mumbo jumbo talk, anything like that. And I feel like that's what gives Star Trek a really bad rep and why people stay away from it, because they
I mean, that tracks. It's like I think I don't I'm not like a Star Wars girl, but I have never seen a Star Wars movie and not enjoyed it just because it's so like intricate and I think the world building is incredible. Like even in the like this is a bad movie objectively speaking, this is
I
a
love
bad
Star
movie.
Wars with all my heart.
The world building is still good. What's that one where like Anakin is a baby and then there's
Yeah, the first one, Phantom Menace.
I don't is that the name of, I don't remember where Anakin's like
Yeah,
a baby. That's a bad movie
I love it.
objectively. But like I was like no, but like I am not bored. I'm entertained. Like it's the world is perfect. The characters like I care about them. Even if I'm like this dialogue is dumb.
Well, here's the thing that will that will sum it up as well. Star Wars has the better lore, the scientific lore, scientific
Yeah.
uh, magicness that happens.
I love the battle of good and evil.
Um, I mean, there's some good
I
stuff of
love
that in Star Trek, but basically the sci-fi ness of it is what Star Trek or what Star Wars really excels at, and just the
that.
lore and all that stuff. Star Trek
Yes.
shits on Star Wars in terms of its characters and its story
Okay.
arcs. Star Wars
Okay.
technically only has one major story arc. They have like some really good side plots, story arcs if you really get into like the novels and like the TV shows, or I guess Clone Wars, not all the TV shows. But Star Trek as a whole, individually, each character is absolutely phenomenal.
I mean, I I believe that. Not on this movie, but
Oh yeah, please, yeah, don't judge on this. I actually think Chris Pine
no,
is a
I
pretty
am.
shit Captain Kirk.
Oh, I love Chris Pine, but this is awful. Like I can't believe I don't care about Chris Pine. It's never happened
Hmm.
before.
And to give you like an example of a storyline for like just one random throwaway episode of Star Trek, a really good one is oh man, there's so many to choose from. But a really good one is there's a Star Trek Voyager is a season. Hey, look who it is.
Wait, what? Where is? I can't see anything.
You didn't see
I'm
you didn't
trying
see
to.
the black guy on the screen?
No, I did not. There was a black guy. I missed it. It's the first one.
It's hopefully I say his name right.
Samuel Johnson.
Ibrius Alba.
It's always. I love
Wait
him.
till you watch The Wire. Wait till you watch The Wire.
Oh, I
Oh
love
my god.
him.
I
I really wanted him to be James
I
Bond.
thought he was American until I watched his like interviews of The Wire.
Okay, you're gonna like this. So I have a friend that worked makeup on uh Suicide Squad
Hmm.
2, the
Hmm.
second one, the good one. Apparently, she told me that she was in the elevator with Idris Elba and the nanny and like his wife and the kids. And the nanny was the whitest woman she had ever seen in her
Hmm.
life, and she just thought it was the funniest shit ever.
What's your
Like it was some woman
what
from
what's
Russia.
your celebrity um who's a celebrity have you what's a celebrity that you've met and you completely like melted over? I have a really good story for you.
I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Andrew Garfield because he laughed at my joke and he winked and I loved it.
Okay. So for me, I worked on this TV show called American Soul, which is basically like a biopic of like the Soul Train, that old TV show or TV series about music and all that.
Hmm.
and the director of that show was Richard Townsend, or excuse me,
Okay.
Robert Townsend. And Robert Townsend basically, and you're '90s baby, so you maybe you would know this. Did you ever watch like the original Disney Channel? Like,
I mean, I watched Hispanic
oh,
Disney
okay.
Channel,
There's
so
like a movie
debatable.
called Up and Away on there,
Up and
like
away.
superheroes, black family.
Oh no, the Hispanics didn't like translate the black content. I noticed that this year. We did get Step It Up though. Not
Oh, got to kick it
is
up.
it that's no. The Corbin
Oh
Blue
no,
one.
jump in. Yeah.
Jumpin. We got Jumpin, but like no. I do know who this man is
Okay,
though.
yeah, Robert Townsend. Basically a freaking idol of mine, and I feel like I wouldn't even be a filmmaker today without what he has done in his career, right?
Okay.
And as he's like directing and all that stuff, I'm like, holy crap, that's Robert Townsend. That's so amazing. And my friend Brian is like, yeah, man, why don't you just go up to him and just say hi? I was like, I can't do that. That's Robert freaking Townsend.
Yeah, like absolutely. I
He's
understand.
like, oh, dude, don't worry about it. He's pretty cool. He's like, hey, Mr. Townsend. And Mr. Townsend literally looks at me and Brian and he walks over and he's like, hey, guys, what's up?
Oh my
He's like, hey, this
god.
is Carlin. He's like a huge fan. And he shakes my
That
hand
is
and he's
so
like, hey,
cute.
nice to meet you. And I'm like, ah.
That is so cool. I've never had like anybody that I like. I mean, I did when I lived in LA. I ran by Seth
Are they telling
Rogen.
me the black guy is the fucking antagonist of this movie?
That's racist. There's only like two.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the only one that's actually acting. Like honestly, let's give him that.
I'm going to go off on this movie. But yes, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I ran by Seth Rogen and I couldn't react because I in my head I'm like I need Seth Rogen to see me as an equal, so I can't react. That was crazy. I also ran by, and I'm not like a huge fan, but it was just like my mind couldn't grasp it. I ran. Do you know who Jacob
No.
Elordi is? Like Euphoria.
No.
Well, he's a huge like. The girls love him. I don't like him
Well, I think
that
actually,
much.
you
I
know,
don't
I
like.
do know who you're talking about. I've seen season 1 of Euphoria, and then I stopped watching.
It's not that good of a show. It really isn't. But I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna keep
That's a
watching.
whole nother
He's
conversation we
he's
can.
he's Nate
Oh.
Jacobs. So he's
Mm-hmm.
huge, right? And I'm running, and I run by him, and I'm like, is that Jacob? Like in my head, like, is that Jacob Elordi? And I stop running, and I look at him, and he just like waves at me, like he realized what happened to me, and he just like gives me like a thumbs up and waves, and just like continues walking, and I continue running, and it was such like a random situation. Like he chuckled, but I did a double take and like stopped and like what? Like, sir, why are you in my neighborhood? Like, what are you doing here? It's Culver City. Like, no.
That's pretty cool. I had a Chick-fil-A sandwich with what's his name from Walking Dead, the main character.
Why I don't fuck with The Walking Dead? I don't know any of
Have you
you.
ever seen Blade 2?
Boyd?
Okay.
No.
Well, it's
Well,
the
I'm
guy with
gonna
the
look
crossbow
up.
who's like the face of the show.
Okay, Andrew
Yeah,
Lincoln.
yeah, if that's his name.
Yeah. Mark and Love Actually. Yeah, I love Love Actually. That's another rom com I absolutely love.
Yeah, I definitely haven't seen that one.
You
Didn't care
haven't?
to watch it.
That'd be a good episode because it's very polarizing.
I
People love
I'm
it or
gonna
hate
watch
it.
it. And I will dedicate it to you.
Thank you. It's a Richard Curtis film. I don't know how you feel about Richard
Who's that?
Curtis. He is an iconic writer. He wrote Yesterday. He wrote About Time. Uh, Bridget Jones,
Oh, I watched Bridget Jones' Diary, the first one for the podcast.
Notting Hill, Mr. Bean.
Uh,
Like he created Mr.
okay,
Bean.
nice.
Like he's iconic. Like regardless of your opinion, like he's
Yeah.
iconic. Period.
Nice.
Why is this man? I hate this movie.
Yeah, I can't wait to go off on this. But this is not what Star Trek is.
I believe you. So there's no way it has a huge fan base if it is this. And the Trekkies go
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. So to give you an example, because I was going to give you an example of like a typical Star
Hmm.
Trek episode is and how amazing it is. On Star Trek Voyager, they are like flying in their ship, right? They go across this
Hmm.
unknown planet and they get stuck in its atmosphere. They scan the
Okay.
planet and they research that there are people that live there, but they're super primitive, right? Caveman type, right? And they're
Okay.
trying to leave the atmosphere, but when they do, the atmosphere creates a stir and the entire planet shakes, which is causing like earthquakes and hurricanes and all that stuff. So every
Okay.
time they do this, the people on the planet, the cavemen, they are heavily inspired by what's happening in the sky. They think it's a god, and every time
Aw.
they try to leave the atmosphere and it causes more shakes, the people,
Oh shit, he's gonna cut Chris Pine. Uh-huh. Okay,
yeah,
shapes,
the
go on.
people get more um they get more advanced, humanly advanced by them, to the point where they send radio signals out to them to see if they're actually real.
Oh shit. Okay.
Right. And then it
That's layered.
Right. And then it gets to like a super deep point to where one of the members went down to the planet to just monitor them, to see what's what.
Mhm.
And literally their entire culture is inspired off of them.
Okay, that's really cute. I
Right.
like that. That's sweet.
Right. Yeah, it's super cool. Star Trek is freaking amazing. Its stories, its characters. This female character with the amazing makeup is giving me heavy vibes of Clora. I believe that's her name from the Tron Legacy movie.
Okay, that's something else I didn't
Okay, but
watch.
Clora is someone who like looks amazing, like looks like such an interesting, amazing character, but they literally did nothing with her, and they let her just be a
Okay. The
side
black
character.
guy disintegrated, in case you
Hmm.
missed it. He gone.
Look at that, another black man dead.
Okay. Yep. I mean, is Idris Elba alive? They kept the Asian guy though.
Yeah, at least there's that. This is literally like,
What's the worst movie you've seen on this podcast?
oh, it's not this.
What I
It
know, but
might
which
be
one is
The
it?
Proposal.
I will literally leave. I enjoyed The Proposal. I've seen The Proposal at least
Let's
4 times.
see.
Like straight.
Um, The Proposal is actually like my most popular episode because I have a friend named Noor who's like a huge Sandra Bullock fan, and The Proposal is her favorite movie.
Mhm. And you shot on her favorite movie for
I
two
shit on most of her
hours.
favorite movies, but what makes this one special was she's a huge Harry Potter nerd, and
Okay, same.
I called her in the middle of the episode to tell her why this is
Hmm.
romantic, and it got into a conversation on how would you want a man to propose to you, and she literally
Hmm.
said she wants someone to have Tom Riddle's diary and have it
No,
written out.
absolutely not. That is terrifying.
She's that much of a Harry Potter geek.
No, not Tom Riddle. Tom Riddle's a disgusting character. Like, absolutely not. Nope, nope, I
But let's
can't.
see, the worst movie I've seen on my podcast, and I'm looking at all the episodes.
Okay, but like, is he supposed to be like the son of the OG Spock?
No, I believe this is Spock. This has to be.
And why is he look? Why is he looking at this
I
old man
This has to
that's
be
him?
something
That's
in the
not him.
future. It has to be because this is supposed to be about the original members, which is why I've never gravitated towards the movies because they talk about a generation of Star Trek that I was really never interested in diving into. This has to be He has to be looking into the future or something because that's him. That's Spock. Um
Okay, I appreciate that they left Chris Pine with a bruise. It's like Mr. Tom Cruise never has a bruise. Mission Impossible, like he still looks.
Uh, Mission Impossible was pretty bad. I recently watched that. Thor was pretty bad. I watched Spirited Away. I thought that movie was
I love
random as
Spirit Away.
shit.
Oh, it's super random.
Um,
But like that scene where the parents turn into
yeah, that
pigs,
was random.
nightmare, terrifying.
Hamilton, the play,
Love
that was
Hamilton.
shit. Um,
Not surprised you don't like it.
Easy A, I don't like Emma Stone. I just don't.
I heard that, and I wanted. I refuse to acknowledge that as a fact. Like,
I just
move on.
don't like her.
Love.
Everyone has an actress
I,
they just cannot stand, and that's her for me.
I think mine would be honestly like Cara Delevingne. I don't fuck with Cara Delevingne. I
Who's
really
that?
don't. Cara Delevingne, exactly. She's on Only Murders in the Building season 2 for like 3 episodes, and I'm like, get this bitch off my show.
Wait. It's a woman, right?
Yeah,
Are you talking about? Is she the girlfriend?
yeah, the one with
Oh
the
my
eyebrows.
god, that's the only thing I know about her. Like those eyebrows should be a
Yep.
crime.
No, I love her. Like I love her face. She's stunning. She's been on. I just read that she was been on the cover of Vogue
She
15
has
times.
caterpillar eyebrows. I don't know how she's been on that
They're
magazine.
stunning. I think because she's beautiful, but like she's awful. Like a mess, bad actor. The lesbians don't claim her, and the lesbians are very accepting group. Like if the lesbians don't claim a lesbian, there's some
That's
tea.
true. Casablanca's up there too as movies that I thought was really not what it
Oh,
is.
I fucking hate Casablanca. I'll go on the record. I've had this conversation with so many people. I cannot have sympathy for this group of like privileged people that are like pretending that the world isn't falling apart in a hotel while they drink and being like, I
Well,
love
first off,
it.
the movie is only timeless and relatable to well, I guess it's not relatable to anyone anymore, or I guess some people who are alive. But the movie only is what it is because it was at a certain time where a lot of movies were not coming out talking about the war and stuff like that, and to have that kind of an escape to talk about the war, but yet be about something positive, is kind of what made it what it is.
I I was like really excited to see it when I saw it, and I was so upset that I hated it.
It's the same with Black Panther. Black Panther is a mediocre ass film with a boring ass protagonist. But because that movie is like literally the heart and soul of like black people supporting black actors and it's just a proud black film, I will always support that movie.
I understand that. Like I fuck with Black Panther, but I don't think it's as good as people speak
Mm-hmm.
it to be. I think it's gonna age weird because it has like very time specific jokes. Like the what are those?
Right.
Like in 20 years, nobody's gonna know why that's funny. But I
Right.
agree. I did enjoy it though. That was a really fun movie theater experience as well.
Yeah. Well, the best movie theater experience for Black Panther for me was when literally go walk up to the ticket line and there's like just 15 black people as a group come up to this white ticket holder and he's like, "Yo, you know what we came here to see."
That's so funny.
But
I
uh,
I went to see when I saw Get Out. It was a bunch of POC and then this white couple, and the way that people just looked at that couple when we were all walking out the movie theater, it was so funny.
mm,
They were so uncomfortable. They were so fucking
oh,
uncomfortable.
okay,
But
all
yeah,
right. Well,
no, yours is
yeah.
better.
Well, that's the movie Starfighters, and
It's awful.
well, okay. We'll start with we'll start with your take on it. Uh, give
Okay,
your rating of the movie, your initial thoughts, and then your appreciation for it.
okay. Rating of the movie is a 4,
Oh, that's
and I think I'm
yeah,
being
that's very
generous.
generous.
4. It should be like a 3.2 at least. I'm gonna give it a 4 because I think that the visual effects are beautiful. I think that the costume is really well done too. This is really random, but I love when, like, I'm recently really into like costume fitting people well, and I feel like every character's costume was like really well fitting. Super random, I know. I enjoyed the makeup, and I don't have any beef with the fight scenes. Like, the fight scenes were okay for me, but I am shocked at how much nothing, like literally nothing happened. It's just like kind of like fights in the background.
It very much was.
Like, what I don't know. Like, I I'm I heard, I remember watching on E News when this movie was coming out that it was like, yeah, we're doing this whole thing and we're trying to bring new Star Trek fans and make the old Star Trek fans
Mm-hmm.
happy. And I am like, I can't think of a single person who would become a Star Trek fan because of this movie.
Yeah.
Like, what are these characters? Nobody's likable. Nobody's relatable. Like, I don't get it. Is that Beyonce in the
This is
soundtrack?
freaking weird. See, this is like a typical
Beyonce.
mainstream film for you.
There's a lot of really good mainstream
Oh, of
films.
course.
What the fuck? No, absolutely not. I will not watch this again. I think it's the worst Chris Pine film I've ever seen. Um, for sure, the world's worst. So is Aldana and Simon Pegg. Nope, that's a no for me. What are your
Okay.
thoughts?
So, as a Star Trek fan, I can say this as well. Obviously, I'm not going to speak for any Star Trek fans out there, but I feel like I speak
He's
for
the
a
institution.
lot of Star Trek fans, but just not all of them. This movie is a bad throwaway Star Trek episode. That's what it is. In certain TV shows that are made into movies, a lot of them, I wouldn't say most of them, do not translate well because they just make long episodes because that's just how it feels. This feels like
Okay,
a pilot episode of a TV show that just never got picked up.
I feel like all the battles like blend
They
together.
did. It was very forgettable.
Like, I don't know what are we. Why are we fighting? I don't know who's on our. I just know that the black guy's the evil one apparently, but like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Also, what the fuck was Idris Elba doing?
I couldn't tell you.
He showed up for 3 seconds, and that man, he's expensive. Please explain.
I mean, I'm happy he got paid, but
No, for sure. No, no, no. I do not get me wrong. I'm here for Mr. Idris Elba getting his paycheck, but like, how do you justify that?
yeah, yeah. I mean,
That's so like he did literally. He had one line, two maybe,
yeah, it's
and
bad.
now you're paying Beyonce for the fucking no.
Yeah, it's bad. This
They really said we had no black people, so we're just gonna have two of like the crowd favorites
hmm.
do something and put them in here so we look woke because we do have one
Every
Asian
time someone
character.
says that, I think of that Tim Burton quote that was just recently said and why people are trying to like
What?
cancel him.
What
Okay,
about the
about what?
about him not only wanting to cast pale
Yes,
people?
yes, exactly that quote.
I mean, I get it and I don't get it. Like, I
Right?
personally,
Like as someone in film who makes films, you're like, I get what he's saying, but at the same time, it's still bullshit.
like, I get what he's saying because I understand he's very specific with his aesthetic. I understand that, but at the same time, I'm like, if we're gonna, I feel like we have bigger fish to fry. Every single Tim Burton character is like sick, starving. Like, that's literally like what he
Right,
does.
right,
If we're fighting for black actors, maybe we should have come at Marvel quicker,
right.
or like, I don't think it's Tim Burton's like place to like it. I think it makes me uncomfortable, but he has a point. Like I
Right.
understand it. I don't necessarily agree, but I understand it. Like I studied ballet from age 2 to like 18. So like I did a lot of ballet, and I, even if I was the best ballerina ever, I could have never been a professional ballerina because I'm too tall. And that sounds annoying. But the thing when you watch a ballet, you need it to be cohesive. Like all the swans must look the same. Like I get that. So I'm not gonna be about. I could never be a ballerina.
Okay, I
Period.
see what you're saying.
Like I understand. Like I guess a black person's not gonna look like a vampire the way that Tim Burton vampires look, because they just are not gonna be that pale and like that dead looking. Because like black people always look like on it.
Right, right,
They never look old. They never look like
right,
dying. They have to be like in the brink of death to look like dying, like they're
right, right, right,
dying.
right.
So I get
So
it.
my thing is, and this is, I'm relating this back to the Star Trek movie because if a lot of people want to write off Tim Burton for that, and they totally can, and I'll be 100% for it. If they feel bad about that, then you have to feel bad and write off every TV show and every movie that's like literally out here, including the Star Trek film. Which, don't get me wrong, Star Trek as a whole, the TV shows is about,
It's very
yeah,
inclusive, right?
right,
That's their
yeah, they have
shtick.
like black captains, they have black characters. Well, Captain Cisco was huge for him being a black character, and then Janeway was huge for being the first woman captain. But this new Discovery with their inclusiveness is just downright annoying, and I feel that it's totally, you can see that that's not really what this is about, and they just put it
Oh no,
in
yeah,
there
1,000.
just to relate to a certain audience, and that feels very ingenuous to me.
I don't know if you. I mean, I did this when I was in school, and I had to like write my characters. I just wouldn't write a
Hmm.
race because I don't. For the kind of stories I wrote, it was never relevant
Absolutely.
really. And I was like, I'm not. I'm just gonna give it to the best actor. And hey, sometimes it was a white woman, and sometimes it wasn't. But it bothers me, especially when I like do acting work when the ethnicity is like a requirement when it's not
Hmm.
relevant at all.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like I understand the sentiment and I agree that we should be more inclusive, but I don't think that's the move. Like I don't think that just putting one Hispanic, one Asian, one black person, one Pacific Islander is gonna make it work. Like
If you ask me, it
no.
makes it worse.
Like, yeah, for sure, because it looks tokenized. Like it doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
it
I
goes a
don't
lot
like it.
worse, and I felt that way about this film because you have an
Yep.
amazing actress like Zoe Saldana, you have Idris Alba, you have I forgot the other Asian actor, but he's from like Harry and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Yes, he's so good. He's so handsome. I forget
Yeah,
his
his
name
name's
all
not
the time.
important.
I just like his
Yeah,
face.
yeah,
Um, John Cho.
yeah.
John Cho.
You have all these characters in here, but they're not really important. They're just background. They're just filler, and I feel like,
Yeah, and it's weird. It's like they're just Chris Pine's like
yeah,
background
yeah,
dancers.
and I feel like that's not what Star Trek is. Each character on Star Trek, whether you go from Enterprise, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, to even the second Enterprise, they all blended with each other. No matter their race, species, or whatever, they all complement each other, and they all cannot exist without the other. And I feel that this movie is just Chris Pine and Spock. That's
I don't
it.
like it.
That's
Yeah,
just, yeah.
I don't like when people when like it could have been just Chris. I honestly think that if it was openly just Chris Pine and Spock, it would have worked better.
Right.
But since they were trying to include these random background characters as relevant for like 3 seconds and then not have them say anything and then come back for a random fight,
Right.
that's like no.
Right.
I don't nope. I like movies when there's that have like a really small cast.
I do too, but sometimes a big cast can work and it can be amazing. It just really depends.
Now this is not this
No,
wasn't it.
no, no,
This
not at all.
wasn't it, Mr. JJ. You failed on this one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I think this is the reason why I stay away from Star Trek movies as a whole. Even the older ones that have the original actors that are from the TV shows, I just stay away from them because I kind of know they're not good movies, and I know they're just for fans and it's just fan service. But I don't know. I just don't want to
Okay.
ruin.
I
Yeah.
mean, I agree, but there's something you love. Like, I'm scared about the Adams movie because I've loved everything the Adams family so far.
Well, I love Moon Knight
And
as a
I'm so
Marvel
sad.
character, and I still haven't seen the TV show. Like I collect this comic books, and it will literally hurt me, like hurt me if I watch it, and I absolutely freaking hate it.
Okay. I'm looking Quicksilver and Crystal. Okay, what show is she on?
What actress?
No, what show is Luna on Marvel?
Luna? No, I was talking
Yeah.
about Moon Knight.
Okay. Moon Knight. I was like,
No,
Luna?
Moon Knight. He's a character.
Moon Knight Marvel. I'm looking him up. I never know the names. Oh, okay, I know this one. Yeah. Okay. I understand that. That's valid.
Yeah. Um,
It is Oscar Isaac though, and he has not disappointed
I
me
mean, he
yet.
doesn't he doesn't put on bad performances, but it's not. I couldn't care about the acting.
He's short. You're
You said
joking.
what?
He's short. I am
Again with this
shocked.
height thing. It doesn't matter if a man
I
is
know. I'm
short or not.
sorry, but like, no, no, no. But like, I am shook. Like, he gives me tall man energy, but he shouldn't because he's Hispanic, and Hispanic men are not tall. He's your size. He's 5.5. 5'8" and a
Wait a
half.
second.
5'8" and a half. What? I'm
I
so
really
confused.
don't understand this whole tall thing with women.
It's a thing of like wanting to feel small, and because you're terrified of being fat. That's my conspiracy. You can quote me on it.
Okay,
I'll get
that's a new
canceled.
one. I definitely haven't heard that.
I'm ready to be canceled for that. But that's my conspiracy. It's like a thing of like wanting to like be small and dainty.
I've heard it's like a thing of like wanting to feel safe and protected. But then at the same time, who is attacking you 24/7?
Oh, the patriarchy. But no, I just want to feel skinny
Mm,
24/7. That's
right, right.
literally it. So like Timothée Chalamet, I'm so sorry, dude. Like swipe left.
um,
Like you can get me a jet. I know that, and we are compatible because I did do a birth chart. But
oh, don't tell me you believe in that stuff.
I find it so fun. Of
No,
course I do. I mean, it doesn't rule my life, but it's very entertaining.
I get it. I get it. Well, Starfighters, that has been the podcast. Thank you to our guest Gabby. Uh,
You're
yeah,
welcome.
amazing. And please tell us about your podcast again and where people can go and see it.
Oh, okay. So you can listen to Boyfriend Material on Spotify and the Apple Podcast. We're also on YouTube. Honestly, anywhere you get your podcast, you can find us. You should follow us on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram at BF Material Pod. But if you don't want to follow us, then you can follow me
Oh,
at
look,
Hey
you plugging
Gabby
in your own
Did
shit.
This. I'm always plugging in my own shit. Emily doesn't care about clout, and I'm like, Emily, that's a you problem. Emily's my co-host. I love her. Yeah. I think it's again, we basically pick a boyfriend out of like random things. I'm guessing that when you upload this, we would have just uploaded our episode on Disney
Hmm.
Princess, and let's just say that shit got heated. And I was not expecting to have so many opinions about Prince Charming since I haven't seen that movie in like 9 years, but or like
Hmm.
I have mad beef with Prince Eric, and I didn't know that. I didn't know that until I had to
I'm willing to
discuss
say
it
all the
with them.
Disney princes and princesses are complete shit.
How dare you speak about Belle that way? But
There's a good theory
I,
that people say the most disgusting people on this earth that you will ever find are spoiled people, spoiled rich kids.
I guess. I mean, I've met nice spoiler rich kids, like genuinely like nice people, spoiler rich
Mm-hmm.
kids, and awful people that like had it rough
Mm-hmm.
growing up. So like, I
So
don't know.
so I'm right then.
I mean, I've I've met shitty people and great people, both. I don't know. Well, yeah, that's where you can find me, and yeah, that's it. I think.
Yeah,
What else can I say?
I'll be plugging all your stuff up on, especially on the
Okay,
YouTube side and on my Instagram.
please do. I do love clout. Holy shit! Oh my god! SNL just announced that Miles Teller is hosting.
Who's that?
Um, Miles Teller. We
Oh
just spoke about
yeah.
how whole for
Oh,
Miles
that's
Teller.
boring though.
Not
How could they
okay.
not get
Oh
someone
my
from that
Oh
show?
my god. It's Miles Teller and Kendrick Lamar. I'm not gonna be okay. I'm losing my shit. Okay, what? Okay, SNL slapping right now. I know I'm supposed to like wrap your shit up, but like listen, on October 15, it's Meg Thee Stallion doing
No, go
both
for it.
things.
See, this is why this is another thing why I always stayed away from SNL. Their
What?
performances and the people who they have hosting, I never cared for. Never.
Oh, I always care.
Because it's so mainstream.
Shut up. The whole point. It's supposed to be mainstream. It's supposed to be something we can all laugh at.
Yeah, but why?
It's NBC. It's not fucking A24. They're not trying to be
And then
pretentious.
A24 too. That's another conversation. But
Okay, people, you should follow me. Goodbye.
yeah, thank you for listening, Starfighters, and I will see you on the next one. But until then, victory or death, Starfighters.
Victory or death!